All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Late Night with Coach Eli edition. At least I'm going to call it the Late Night with Coach Eli edition because I went to bed early last night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw some other YouTube videos that were talking about this topic, and I wanted to discuss it. I was working on a brand new thumbnail for my late night shows, and I was going to start this show a few hours ago, but it took me a little bit longer to create the thumbnail. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. We're going to call it Late Night with Coach Eli, even though it is early in the morning. It is 8:54 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 5:54 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time here in my neck of the woods. So good morning to all of you. Before we get to it, let me first of all make sure that the notification has gone out on the YouTube side of things, and it absolutely has. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that that is rolling smoothly. And it absolutely is. Let me also check out Facebook. It looks like on the back end of Facebook, it's rolling smoothly. I have figured out how to use Facebook's new event version of their streaming. They just recently changed things up. I liked the old way better. I kept switching back to the old way, but they said soon we're going to be getting rid of the old way and only using the new way. So I said, screw it. Let me learn the new way before I'm forced to do it, right? So let me just make sure that Facebook is rolling smoothly. Boop, 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 I've had lots of energy lately, folks. It's going to be a pretty interesting show. It's not going to be extremely long, but it's going to be an interesting show because I'm also going to share a personal story. It's going to be a pretty interesting show. It's not going to be extremely long, but it's going to be... Okay, so Facebook is rolling smoothly. And once again, let me take this moment to pay special props to my sponsor. He is none other than the great Troy Brewer, who is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network, for all of your branding and marketing needs and all of your business and personal, product needs from the most trusted professionals in the industry. Please consider checking out discovercommunitynetwork.com. If you'd like to find out more about the Discover Community Network, please go in the description on the YouTube side of things and click the top link, discovercommunitynetwork.com. If you're on Facebook, please type in Discover Community Network at the top of the Facebook search bar, and it'll take you to their main Facebook business page. And from there, you can learn how to connect with Troy. If you're a YouTuber or you run your own business, or if you're a brick and mortar and you need branding and marketing, Troy is the best. He's a genius. He's also very reasonably priced. He's just a really good guy, really fun to work with, and he'll help spread the message of your products and or services. If you'd like for me to connect with you personally through email, I can do that. We can even also set up a free consultation with Troy. And if you'd like me to be on that call and make it a three-way conference call, Troy has no problem as long as you don't. So if you'd rather do it that way, please go below the description on the YouTube side of things and look at the description of the Facebook side of things and email me at coacheli@coacheli.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions for you and set things up for you. Once again, Troy, thank you very much for your continued sponsorship and patronage of my business, my YouTube channel, my Facebook simulcast, and anywhere else that I promote my products and services. Lots of love from Coach Eli and the Coach Eli clan. All right, so let's get right to it here. The topic of this stream is OnlyFans has changed their terms of service, how this affects women. One more time, OnlyFans has changed their terms of service, how this affects women. You know, I didn't hear about this until earlier on today or yesterday or overnight after I woke up from my nap. And I was quite shocked. I was quite shocked. And then I read more into it, which I'll be sharing that with you folks here in just a little bit, and found out what's really going on and why OnlyFans has changed their terms of service to no longer allow people to do certain things on their platform, which has been primarily done by young, sexy, cute, attractive women that have made a lot of money to sell their goods to thirsty beta males that will pay for something like that. I certainly would never pay for something like that over the internet. I never have, and I never will, because I'm a confident, secure man, and I like to meet women in person or through online dating sites, women that are good women that are looking for something genuine and are not just after me for my money. They want to truly get to know who I am. But there's a bunch of thirsty beta males out there that lack self-confidence, and they're very insecure guys, and they're very shy guys and timid guys. And that's, the market that these women cater their services to, because they know that guys like me, if you're a guy like me, strong, secure, and confident, and don't put up with any of this crap, you're not going to pay for stuff like that. And those women know that. They know their market, right? So anyway, let's see. So anyway, give me just 1 second here, folks. I'm going to get to that in just a few here. But first, I want to share a story about an experience I had recently with a woman. I kind of mentioned a little bit about this during my earlier stream. And it was a woman that I recently met. And we had a pretty good first meeting. We did not sleep together. We probably could have. But I didn't let it happen. It's just another interesting story that clearly states the reason why men and women are having difficulty getting along nowadays, also known as the power struggle. I'm seeing this, and my experience with this woman. Wow. It's just going to say a lot. So let me just get right to it, so then we can get to these OnlyFans, articles here, and I can share with you folks what's going on and give my thoughts and my opinion regarding it. But anyway, so I actually met this woman from Bumble. This is the first time that I have ever met a woman from Bumble. I typically will meet women from Match.com. I've used Bumble in the past and just found it very difficult to connect with women. I've also found it very difficult to get women's numbers on Bumble, because Bumble has integrated a phone app and a video chat app. They've integrated a phone service and a video service through their app, so that way women don't have to give you their number. And I think, in my opinion, that's a stupid idea. Although I know why they're doing it. They're doing it because they want to protect people's privacy, right? Until they feel comfortable, exchanging numbers. But in my honest opinion, I will not talk with any woman through any dating apps, video calling service or phone calling service, for many reasons. Number one, that site could be recording us without us knowing it. And number two, it doesn't get the woman invested enough. I feel that when a woman is invested in getting to know you, she's going to be able to give you her phone number. And so when I've dealt with women on the Bumble app, and several of them have said, why don't we just chat here and talk through the app? We can call each other through the app, and we can video chat through the app. And I'm not going to do that. because that's not investing anything. That's saying that you're too chicken to give me your phone number so we can talk off the platform, and I can get you off the platform. You can get me off the platform. We can focus on getting to know each other, right? So that's something that it bothers me, right? And the women that say they don't feel comfortable giving their number and stuff like that, if these women are not comfortable giving out their number, where you can easily block someone's number nowadays, if they crank call you, which no one does that anymore nowadays anyway. If they're not willing to give you their number, then they're just too chicken to date, and it's just going to be very difficult to progress with them. So I tend to just skip over those women. But this woman, I asked for her number. She gave me her number, and we talked. It was on Thursday night. We talked, and had a great conversation that lasted for like 3 hours or so. It was a really good conversation, and she liked my pictures. I liked hers. And we talked about a lot of things. We talked about relationships. She shared with me that, she's been divorced for 2.5 years, and, she's dated, men here and there, since her marriage, but she hasn't gotten into any serious relationship. She's just taking her time to feel things out. She's new to the online dating world. She was married for a while. She's a 50-year-old woman, just a couple years older than me, so pretty much the same age, but not really that experienced with online dating. And when we were talking, she was telling me, I was raised by my mother, who taught me to be a very strong woman and to not cry when things aren't feeling right. And that right there was kind of a red flag. That right there was already telling me that this woman was, raised with more masculine energy from a female mother, right? From her mother, right? Than feminine energy, right? And this is a 50-year-old woman coming from my generation, right? And I picked up on that, and I started, talking with her about masculine versus feminine energy. And she was fascinated by, what I was saying. And she was saying, yeah, I'm pretty new back to being single. Been single 2.5 years. I've been dating guys. And she goes, I haven't gotten serious with anyone, but, I love sex. And, if I want to have sex with somebody, I'm going to have sex with somebody. I don't think there's a right or a wrong time to have sex. I said, I agree. That's fine. That's great. But I said, like your profile stated, you're looking for a relationship. I said, I'm not looking for a one-night stand or a hit it and quit it. I'm looking for something that could potentially lead to something long-term. Is that what you're looking for, like your profile mentioned? She's like, yeah, whatever happens along the way to get there, no problem. But, I'm looking for that. Okay, great. So, we talked back and forth, and the connection was so great that it was about 1:30 or 2 in the morning. And I just said, screw it. I've done this in the past a long time ago, and I don't think I've ever done it this late. But I said, well, you got nothing going on tomorrow until the afternoon, and same with me. How about we meet right now? Let's just meet, somewhere. There are some 24-hour restaurants open, or we could just meet us, at a supermarket parking lot or something like that. And she said, cool. Okay, great. Because we had a great conversation. We were attracted to each other's pictures, and she was just feeling the connection. She had told me that you're different than any other guy I've talked to. I'll tell you why when I finish the story, why I'm different than any other guy that she's talked to. Okay? So I meet up with her, and she came to my car. We're just sitting in my car, and literally within 10 seconds or less, we were making out. And we hung out for about an hour. To make a long story short, we were making out. We were doing some other things. We pretty much experienced everything except, having sex. And she wanted to have sex with me in my car. And I just wanted to hold off. And, we shared some moments where, I was holding her and we were just talking, and she had put her, head on my shoulders, and I could feel she was being very submissive, like way more submissive and more feminine than when we were talking on the phone. So, we hung out for an hour, and I ended up calling it a night. I said, okay, hey, I think we should, get going. We have a pretty good idea of, how we feel about each other. Let's talk sometime tomorrow if you'd like, and let's, arrange, a date for us to get together and, maybe do a hike or, do some other stuff, right? Forward Thinker says, that's showing respect. Forward Thinker, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Are you someone that I know? You trolling? You could be honest with me. I bet you if I look at your account, it's probably new. Joined June 27th, 2021, Forward Thinker. Have yourself a great day. Create new accounts just to come in and troll me. Listen, I am a troll magnet, but I can spot trolls 100 miles away. So, have a great day, Forward Thinker. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, man. So, anyway, we ended up talking the very next day. And, we had an interesting conversation. That was on Friday where we talked. And we ended up talking for 2 more hours, like 2 or 3 more hours or so. And this conversation, we got more deeply into masculine versus feminine energy. And, she was really shit testing me. She was really challenging my strength. She was coming at me with masculine energy, which was, I don't know if I'd say it was really turning me off because, I knew she was testing me. But I really wasn't feeling it. And, I was like, okay, what happened to this woman? She was sweet and romantic and submissive when we were hanging out in my car. We were making out, touching each other. It was amazing. And we could have done it in my car, but I didn't want to do it. I wanted to set up another date and, go hiking and do something nice and be respectful and have something more than just one night. That's just the kind of guy that I am, right? And I said, it kind of sounds, I said, you know what? It kind of sounds like you're different in person than on the phone. She's like, yeah, I'm a lot more submissive in person. When I'm having sex with somebody or intimate with somebody, I'm a lot more submissive. But all other times, I'm, a little more straight up and more dominant. And I said, okay, that's cool. I understand that. But, do you understand that, when you have a masculine man and a woman's trying to behave masculine, it's kind of like two men in the relationship, and one of them is female, has female body parts, right? And, she's saying, well, I never really heard that before, but I'm learning that from you. I'm like, well, just think about it, right? Think about it. Do you think if I was behaving like a woman, you'd be attracted to that? I always flip it around on the women. And I say, look, if I was acting like a woman, and whining and complaining, what would that do for you? Well, that really wouldn't turn me on. So it's the same thing. On the flip side, she goes, so am I upsetting you? I said, no, you're not upsetting me. I said, you trying to come at me is actually a turn on, which it kind of was. But I was saying, I acknowledge that you're coming at me. I know why you're coming at me. And I'm going to be moderating my chat here, folks. So I have to pause to moderate the chat because one dude still is coming at me when I haven't even talked about him in like 3 months. And he's still obsessed. Please forgive me. I'm just going to, ban him. He's creating soccer accounts on the fly first thing in the morning, which is pathetic, but oh well. So, to leave off where we left off, she kept coming at me, and she kept saying that, I think I'm upsetting you. Am I upsetting you? Are you sure that you can get along with someone like me? I said, you're not upsetting me. I said, it's actually a big turn on, but at the same time, I'm a strong dude, and I don't want to make this a power struggle. We were talking about just a bunch of things, right? After we had a great conversation the night before, it wasn't as intense. She wasn't coming at me as hard, but she met with me that same night, and we had some fun in my car, not going all the way. And then the next night, it's like she's coming at me with everything she's got. She's testing my strength, probably without even realizing it. And I'm trying to basically say, hey, look, this is not a power struggle. This is not a fight on who's going to wear the pants or anything, right? And so we ended up talking for, like I said, 2 to 3 hours or something like that. And at that point, she had said that, I remember now. We were going to make plans to spend like the whole day together, like, on Saturday, yesterday, or Sunday, or, maybe just be spontaneous and go away for a couple of days because we had a great connection. We were getting along, right? She was cool with that. But when we talked on the phone last night, she ended up changing her mind, and she said that, my daughter's going to be coming back home later on Saturday. I need to go do some shopping, and I got this and that to do. But if you'd like, I can meet with you in the morning. We could go for a walk. There's a nice park in my area, and we can hang out for a couple of hours. So we went from spending a whole day together that she agreed on the day before, or even a weekend, to a couple of hours. Because her daughter's coming home, she's going shopping. All of a sudden, her plans flipped, right? And I know when women are doing that, they're uncertain about something. They're uncertain. Like after we had that phone call, the next day after we got together the previous night, okay, she was feeling some uncertainty based on what I was saying, which I was just being real. I was just being totally real. And I was trying to say, look, I was trying to say it politely. Look, you're acting like a man and you're a woman. And it is a big turnoff. You're not upsetting me. You're not offending me because I've dealt with many women like this nowadays. Many women are like this in today's day and age because of the system, because they're liberated, because they're doing jobs that only once men used to do that require women to exude masculine energy. And I forgot to mention, she also mentioned, every so often that I don't agree with some of the things that you say, I don't agree with some of the things you say. And I'm not saying it's coming up condescending, but it's just, it's just not sitting right with me. And I said, I understand. Most women are like that. I'm just being honest with you. I'm a masculine man. I'm a good dude. I'm not trying to be any better than you, but when women, are coming at me with masculine energy and they're trying to be better than me, or at least it feels that way, I mean, that's a turnoff to me. You know, that's a big turnoff to me. I told her I'm not mad at you. And the fact that you're trying to do this, and I acknowledge it is a turn on, and I'm laughing along with you, but quite honestly, it's just not an attractive quality. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not trying to upset you or trying to offend you. But I told her, I said, I'm also not trying to be something that I'm not. Biologically, you're a woman, you're female, right? And I was very polite with her, right? So I think that's why she ended up changing the plans to just, wanting to spend a couple hours together, yesterday on Saturday, after the phone call on Friday. So this is what I told her. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to spend even I'm not going to get dressed, drive an hour to meet her in her area, go on a hike with her, and do it during the day where there's no opportunity for sex to happen. You want to hang out with women at night, and your job as a guy is to create a romantic, fun-filled opportunity for sex to happen. That's what it's all about. And if you do that during the daytime, it's less likely to happen, especially when the woman says she only has a couple hours and she wants to go take a quick walk with you, right? And just hang out a little bit, right? So I basically told her this. I said, well, it kind of sounds like your plans changed, and your daughter's coming all of a sudden, and now you have to go shopping, you have to do some things, and I want to respect that. So how about we just do it another time, when your day's a little bit more free, so we can maybe go do an actual hike and go have some fun, right? And she goes, well, I have a couple hours, why can't you come out and meet me for a couple of hours, and we'll just see what happens. And I said, well, honestly, I don't want to come out there all the way when you have other things going on, and I don't want to get in the way of, making you late for other plans that you had, right? I was just basically trying to make an excuse to not go on the date with her, but not piss her off to the point of where she completely, vanishes away. I was testing her, right? I was doing the takeaway. So she really wasn't too happy about that. She goes, well, the next time I'm available is in 2 weeks. I said, that's fine. I said, that's fine. Then, give me a call in a couple of weeks when you're free, and we can set up a time where, we can do something more extensive, something that, is going to give us a little more time to go on a hike, get to know each other better. We've met, we have got great sexual chemistry, and we have great conversations. I'd rather go on a real date with you, and not rush a date, right? So, and she said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to get going to sleep. Okay, no problem. All right. I'll talk to you, in a couple of weeks. Well, what happened, earlier yesterday? She sends me a text in the afternoon yesterday on Saturday and says, I'll let you know what she said. Let me actually read what she sent me in the text. She said, thinking about you, I hope your day is going well. And I wrote, just relaxing. What are you thinking about? She's like, good to hear. I'm doing well. I'm wondering where we go from here. Well, so I told you the night before, give me a call in 2 weeks and we'll hang out, right? When you're free. I wrote, where do you want this to go? She says, I'd like it to grow in a positive manner. Okay. All right, okay. Are you home right now? Would you like to talk about this by phone briefly? She said, yes, I'm available. So I called her and I talked with her for a couple more hours. And she kept going back and forth, regarding that she didn't like some things that I was talking about. And every time I would talk about masculine versus feminine energy, or talk about the truth about, the struggles that men and women have nowadays, the 60% divorce rate and all of that. And we got in that conversation because she wanted to talk about those things and get my opinion. It was her idea, right? You know, she kept saying that I was generalizing. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not generalizing. These are facts. These are actual facts. The divorce rate is 60%. Okay. I've talked to many men and women that are struggling with this modern day power struggle because we have women that behave like men and men that behave like women. And it's just one big shit show. I said, ma'am, listen, if you want to keep coming at me, I didn't call her ma'am, I called her by name, but I'm not gonna say that out here on YouTube and dox her. But I said, ma'am, look, you can keep coming at me. I'm not trying to be condescending and I'm not trying to upset you. All I'm saying is that I'm a good guy. I come from a good family, and I'm a man. And I'm attracted to a woman that's not going to try to one-up me all the time or question everything I do. I don't have a problem if we talk about things and disagree, but it just sounds like everything I'm saying is offensive to you, right? That's what I was saying to her, and I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just having a conversation that you wanted to talk about. You wanted to get my opinion about things, and that's all I did. So I'm not generalizing. I mean, these are absolute facts, And so, basically, this woman is just like 90+% of every other woman I've encountered recently. This has happened for many, many years now, folks. Probably for the last 5 to 10 years, it's been headed this way. But I'd say since my ex and I, Dana, broke up, for the last 2.5 years, I'm encountering more and more women like this. More and more women are coming out of divorce and they're hitting the dating scene and they're going on the dating apps and they're hooking up with guys because they weren't getting any from their husband. And then after they hook up for a little while and let all of that out, now they're looking to find a guy to settle down with, right? Or at least that's what they're saying, right? And then when a real man comes around and is a good guy but is masculine, it throws her off because she's not realizing that she's coming off and trying to be masculine herself, but she's a woman, right? That's the problem. That's the problem right there. So, and I had a conversation with her last night where, she was saying, or I was saying, there's a lot of sexual tension between us. Don't you think? It sounds like there's a lot of tension because of the great experience we had in my car. We have great chemistry. We're attracted to each other. We have great conversations, despite the fact that, you like to challenge me on some of the things I say, which these things are just, they're facts. I'm just stating the facts. I'm not trying to be critical. I'm not trying to harm anybody, we have a lot of sexual tension. And she's like, I would agree with that, she goes. I said, okay, then, how are we going to handle that? Do we just get that out of the way? Do we just get that out of the way? Or how do you want to handle this? Because I'd like to break the tension and really get to know you. You seem like a great woman, right? So, oh man. Yeah, I don't have any moderators right now. I have to moderate my own chat. But the same dude, come on, bro. This whole thing is over. Just go to the other side. You've got plenty of people to troll over there. Okay. I'm out of this, dude. I'm doing my own thing. All right. You want to keep on trolling me, dude? Keep on trolling me. I'm just going to ignore you. Right now, I have to mod my own chat because I don't have any mods here. But do what you got to do, man. It's just pathetic. So, anyway, Um, so, I said, okay, well, why don't we, when you head back, or sorry, why don't we, when you have free time in a couple of weeks, because you said you're busy for the next few weeks, why don't we go away for a night or two, and we can, go do some hiking, and go to some nice dinners, and we can have fun, and we can, just enjoy each other's company. Well, she said, well, you had your opportunity to take me in your car the other day and you didn't. I said, man, you keep bringing that up. I said, I wanted to be a little more respectful, and I wanted this to last more than one night. And so that's why it didn't happen. And then she goes, well, you know what? I'm actually glad it didn't happen because, had it happened, we may not be talking right now, or I may be looking at it differently. Okay, man, you're telling me two different things here, right? So she was kind of going all over the place, right? Then, she said, well, here's the thing. She goes, I don't think going away would be a good idea. What if we don't get along and then we're stuck with each other all weekend? I mean, don't you think that's a little crazy? I said, well, hey, if you're not, I'm up for that. If you're not up for that, then that's fine. Then I said, how else do you want to do this? You said we both agree we have sexual tension after what happened. How else do you want to do this? Do you just want to hang out one night and just do it and just have fun? And you come to my place or I come to your place and we just do it? I said, here's the thing. Like, I've put it out there in any way possible. I'm trying to be a good guy. I'm a good dude. And you say you like that, but that's not working for you. You don't want to go away on a weekend trip or on a one night trip or something to explore what we already know is there because we met each other. And now I'm saying we could just get together and maybe have some dinner and you come to my place or I come to your place and we just have some bedroom fun and see how it goes. Like, it's either one or the other, I'm like. And she starts laughing. And I said, look, it's either that or you're just not sure about what you want, or maybe you're not ready for, what you said you were ready for. Maybe you just want something casual. Maybe you just want to continue the casual thing and, I'm not into that. So you got to figure out, what it is that you want, right? And she goes, I like you. Maybe we can spend, a day together in a couple of weeks when I'm free. We can figure that out. And she said, I'm getting pretty tired. Let's talk again soon. I said, that's fine. That's no problem. I told her, I said, just, you give me a call. If, you think about things and you figure out what you want to do, you give me a text and, we'll talk. And she goes, no, you're not going to do that to me again. Because that's what I told her the other day. I told her, just you think about whatever you need to think about and give me a call, right? And that's why she texted me, yesterday after I told her, hey, I'm not going to come see you on Saturday because you don't have a whole lot of time and, you've got other things to do. I want to be respectful, right? So when we talked on the phone earlier, last night, which was Saturday night, not Sunday morning, I basically told her the same thing. I said, look, just, hey, when you figure it all out, just shoot me a text or give me a call and we could talk. And she's like, no, you're not going to do this to me. If you want to talk to me, you're going to have to call me. And I'm like, I just said, all right, have yourself a great night. But you guys have been following me for a while. And any man that has a spine knows that he's not going to put up with that shit at all. He's not going to put up with that shit at all. You think I'm going to call her? Absolutely not. Do I think she's going to call me if I don't call her tomorrow or the next day? Probably. I think she really likes me and she's trying to figure me out and she's never met a man like me before. But you see, she's trying to get me to pursue her. And I don't pursue any woman. I don't. I don't pursue any woman because women think that they want you to pursue them. And the moment that you pursue them is the moment that they see that as weakness. And then they're in control of everything. And then you're out, right? There's no way in hell I'm going to reach out to her. The only way she's going to have a chance with me, because I am the man and I am the prize. The only way that it's going to work out and we ever talk again is if she reaches out to me. So if she lets it go a day or two or three and doesn't hear from me, she's going to have to reach out to me. Guys, don't fall into this trap. Okay, you always pull the takeaway. You always make the woman wonder. You always make her think about it, right? Because the moment that you give in and you're compliant with any of her BS is the moment that it's all over, right? And who knows? It may be all over, and that's fine. I've got other women I'm talking to, right? And at some point, one of them will pan out, okay? But this is an example of a woman here that I could have slept with very easily, and she was attractive. She was very attractive for a 50-year-old woman. She was very passionate. But I have a lot of self-control, and I actually do want the intimacy to be something special, right? And that's just how I am. And I was very clear about that with her from the very beginning. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. She's either going to realize I'm not going to call her, and she's going to say, screw it, he doesn't want to, be with me. Or she's going to realize that I'm not going to put up with her crap, and I'm not going to chase her. She knows I like her. I know that she likes me from what she said. And if she wants to have a chance with me, she's going to have to pursue me. I ain't pursuing shit. I'm not pursuing any woman. I'm not doing it. It's just not, this doesn't work that way. Anyway, we are at 41 minutes. Actually, it just turned to 42 minutes right now. I'm going to step away and take a quick break. That took a little bit longer than I expected. And when I return, I'm going to get to those OnlyFans articles. And I'm going to share with you folks what's going on with OnlyFans. It's rather interesting. And a lot of women that have made lots of money on OnlyFans are quite unhappy. And I just couldn't believe what I read when I saw these articles. So I'm going to cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. And then I'm going to step away for a quick break, 7 or 8 minutes or so. Refill my coffee, use the John, like they call it. They call it the John, right? The restroom. The little boys' room, whatever you want to call it. So, give me just a second here. Just need one more. One more. All right, music is all queued up, folks. I'm going to step away for a quick break. And when I get back, we're going to get to those very interesting OnlyFans articles. So stick around. We'll be right Oh, yeah. Woo, we're back. Yeah. Oh, yeah, gotta feel it, gotta feel it, gotta feel it. First thing in the morning, gotta feel it, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, feel good. Oh, yeah. You gotta feel good in life, no matter what happens, no matter what you encounter, no matter what you go through. You gotta brush it off and keep moving forward. Don't let anyone get in the way of your success. Don't let anyone hinder your progress. Keep moving forward no matter what. No matter what. Even if you're on YouTube and only a few people are watching, keep doing you. Keep doing you. Eventually, your time will come. All right. Yeah. That's right. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, baby? That's right. A blast from the past there. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you all join me here on this beautiful, amazing Sunday morning. Today, we're discussing OnlyFans has changed their terms of service. How this affects women. One more time, OnlyFans has changed their terms of service, how this affects women. And if you missed the first part of the show and you go back and check out the replay, I actually took the first part and shared a story of a woman I went on a date with recently that I've been talking with for 3 or 4 days now, quite extensively. And we have great, sexual chemistry. We have a great connection, great conversation. But this woman was raised to not cry when things are hurting her. She was raised to be emotionally very strong and very tough, right? Which, us guys that are red-pilled and understand the modern world and modern day women and modern day female nature, we understand that is a woman that's exuding more masculine energy, and it's going to be very difficult for her to connect with another real masculine man. So what's going to happen? She's going to end up with the beta man, probably have a bunch of one-night stands, maybe date this guy for a little while, and without even realizing it, she thinks that's what she wants. She thinks she wants a guy pursuing her, just like this woman wants me to call her. When I say, hey, just give me a call, give me a text when you figure things out, and just let me know. You have to figure it out. No, why do you put that on me, Eli? You put that on me the other day. You call me if you want to talk with me. In my head, I'm like, fuck no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to chase you. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a prize. I'm a catch. There are women standing in line to get to know me, and there actually are. So why should I pick you, ma'am? If you're not going to make it simple, and it should be simple, then I'm going to move on. So I'm not going to call you. You want to text me? Next time you text me, if you do, which I have a feeling you will, it better be about making plans and making significant plans where there's an opportunity for us to spend some romantic, fun time together. And if not, that's it. Poof. Off to the next. That's the way you have to handle it, folks. So check out the replay and watch the first part if you want to hear that story. It was rather interesting. But during the second part of this show, which we're going to get to right now, we're going to discuss what's happening with OnlyFans and them changing their terms of service and how this is affecting many young, cute, attractive women that have been using the platform to make loads and loads and loads of cash. From who? Who do you think is paying these women to watch them on OnlyFans? It's not guys like me. It's the beta man. I'm telling you, the beta males are destroying us, man. You can't even really blame the women. If the women can, sell stuff like that, and there's a bunch of guys willing to pay for it, known as the beta mons, then how can you blame the women? But now they're whining because the one site that allowed them to do all this stuff legally is changing their terms of service for another reason. So let's get to that and see what's going on. Let me switch on over to the browser screen. Let me turn off the chat for a second so you can see the title there. Some OnlyFans creators were left scrambling when the platform banned public sex content without warning. March 18th, 2021. This was about 3 months ago or so. Okay, so it's been in the works, but I just heard about it. So let's scroll on down and see what's going on here. All right. Let's see if this is looking good on OBS. It absolutely is. OnlyFans, a popular content subscription platform popular among sex workers, quietly changed its terms of service to prohibit any public sexual activity. Thank God. Now, look, I'm not judgmental regarding what any man or woman wants to do with their lives, especially when it comes to making money. I just think that, in my own personal opinion, I personally would not want to date a woman that shows off her goods and sells her goods online, even legally. It's just not something that, I would want to deal with when her, private pictures and videos are out on the internet and I'm dating her. And, people that know me, if they see me with her, they're going to be like, oh, dude, we've seen all of your woman on the internet. Like, would you want to put up with that? Would you want to deal with that? Again, I'm not being disrespectful to women that want to do this for a living. But I just personally would not date someone in this industry at all. It just wouldn't work for me. The new rule, according to OnlyFans terms of service, bans any video that was recorded in or is being broadcast from a public place where members of the public are reasonably likely to see the activities being illustrated. Excuse me a second. I got to clear my throat. These allergies are killing me. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, Vice's Samantha Cole first reported the news on Tuesday. Okay, this was like few months back. Yeah. Okay. Multiple OnlyFans creators who frequently film public sexual content told Insider that they received no warning of the new rule change. Well, ladies, because I know it's primarily ladies that are doing this, right? Did you think that this was going to last forever? I've heard of women making millions of dollars doing this on OnlyFans, right? So if you ladies thought that this was going to last for a while, you should have also thought of the fact that, oh, this is too good to be true. This is like easy money. And it is. It is. Excuse me a second. Man, these allergies are really getting to me today. One creator, Brian, who requested that his name be withheld to protect his identity. Okay, fair enough, sir. We understand there's lots of trolling on the internet. Told Insider in an interview that the new rules might be the end of OnlyFans for a lot of people, including myself. This might kill the entire platform. And I'll tell you what they have in mind. I have another article that I'm going to share regarding that. It was not immediately clear when the platform, which did not respond to a request for comment, enacted the policy. Vice reported that it likely happened in the last month, as there was no mention of public places and archives of the company's policy in mid-February. Okay. Okay. Interesting. They just changed the rules out of the blue. And I can understand these people being upset, but honestly, I personally was never fond of the activity that was happening on OnlyFans. Basically, I've said before that YouTube, where I primarily broadcast my content, YouTube and Facebook, but YouTube is like the new Hollywood. YouTube has replaced Hollywood. So was OnlyFans replacing the porn industry? Instead of having to, buy a Playboy TV subscription or buy adult videos, you just now go to OnlyFans and anyone with a webcam can just create shows, right? Live or pre-recorded, right? That's what OnlyFans was turning into, the internet version of the porn industry, just like YouTube is now the internet version that's practically replaced Hollywood. Aspen Eden, an OnlyFans creator who films and photographs content outdoors in nature, told Vice that she noticed a change on Saturday when she was sent an email detailing why some of her content was taken down. According to Eden's account, the OnlyFans email content filmed in remote places like the woods is now only permitted if it's a private territory. Eden told Vice the company gave no warning before taking down outdoor content. Excuse me 1 second here. I need to clear my throat again. All right. That should have removed the bug in my throat. Now, this is a tweet that this Aspen ended up putting out. Well, F me. All of my outdoor content has been removed. I'm so done. Gonna go cry now. She's gonna go cry because she can no longer do some romantic activity, let's call it, on the internet and get paid lots of money to exploit herself. This may be a blessing in disguise. Maybe a blessing in disguise. Because this content never agreed with me, right? Again, I'm not trying to tell any man or woman what they should or shouldn't do to make money, or what they should and shouldn't do with their bodies. But man, this was just nuts. This was just nuts. How many women made tons of money on the OnlyFans platform? It's just unbelievable. So here's the message that they got. OnlyFans, dear user, your account has been flagged by the system. Some of your posts have been removed that violate our terms of service. Please note that it is prohibited to post inappropriate content. Failure to comply with our terms of service may result in full closure of your account. We appreciate your cooperation. Kind regards, OnlyFans Trust and Safety Team. This is comical. This is very comical. These ladies found a platform where they can, show off their bodies with some bedroom fun type of activities, let's put it that way. And they found a way to make lots of money very easily, right? And now that that's been taken away from them, they have to go out and get a real job, and they're crying about that. Well, ladies, you have the same rights that men have nowadays, right? You can go to college, get a degree. You can go to the regular workforce and work a 9 to 5. I mean, it just makes me really wonder. It makes me really wonder how much respect these women have for themselves. And I'm not trying to be critical. I love women. I respect women. But seriously, you're upset because you can no longer go on this site and show off your body and make money off of that. At the same time, I've seen the same women that say this on one hand, on the other side, say that we don't want to be looked upon as sex objects, right? Okay. So you don't want to be looked at as sex objects, but then you're upset because your cash cow, OnlyFans, no longer allows you to put out that kind of content. That very much contradicts itself. That's how women are, emotional beings, guys. That's just how they are. Brian tweeted in mid-February that 20 of his public sex videos were taken down. He told Insider that although he's now aware of this new change, he's still been uploading videos that were filmed in public and is seeking ways to evade the rule, including uploading videos without captions. Well, eventually you're going to get shut down. They change their terms of service. It's only a matter of time. And I believe people can flag you on OnlyFans as well. So, yeah, wow. There are guys doing this on there too. I thought it was more so primarily women, but guys are actually doing it too. But I'm sure the women make way, way more money because beta males are the ones that are going to spend the most money on this type of content, right? And because 97% of the men in this world are beta males, women have an unlimited amount of people to market to for the most part. Men, on the other hand, are going to have a small percentage of women that are going to fund this. So, Eden told Vice that she would have a new place for her outdoor content, which is a sentiment that many OnlyFans creators shared and expressed on Twitter. Many suggested they might move their content over to Just for Fans, a top competitor of OnlyFans. Any one of these competitor sites are never as good as the main one, but I guess you got to do what you got to do, right? One Twitter user who said they had outdoor content removed from OnlyFans said that they were glad the content would not be removed from their Just for Fans page. Okay. All right, I guess that's the alternative there. Matthew Will noted in a story for Input magazine that while public sex is a popular kink, it is still considered a crime in many U.S. states. You can see how a company might find it difficult to moderate such content. Well, how is it difficult to moderate that content? You either allow it or you don't. If you don't allow it and people do it, you remove it. If you allow it, you just allow it, right? This is the thing. Like, OnlyFans created their site as a free-for-all to put out this type of content. But now they're changing their rules all of a sudden. And I'll tell you why I think when I get to the next article here in a second. It is much easier to just ban it outright, Willie wrote. The larger problem is that OnlyFans keeps changing the rules without warning creators or even bothering to tell them after the fact. Well, it's their platform, and I understand. You know, YouTube does the same thing. Facebook does the same thing. Folks, this is social media. We don't own these platforms, okay? We are using these platforms as a way to get our information out there, and it's typically free of charge. These companies are not charging us to use their platforms. If they were charging us, that would be a different story, right? But when you use their platform and you make a lot of money and they don't get any of that, I believe OnlyFans is supported completely through advertisement revenue, right? And I believe they're not getting any cut of what these women are making. These women are making money through Cash App and other ways, right? So when these women are making thousands of dollars, some of them tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, some even millions, right? OnlyFans is seeing this opportunity and is saying, we have all these people on the platform making more money than we are. And we're putting in all this money into our servers and this and that. And we should be making a lot more than we're making. And I can't really blame them for that, right? So the people on this platform should have expected this day to come. It happens to every social media platform. Same thing happened to Facebook. Facebook, you used to post things, and they used to, hit your news feed, and more people used to see them free of charge. Then they started focusing more on their advertisement revenue, and they started limiting the reach of your postings, forcing you to buy ads, right? They have to make money, folks. If they don't make money, the platform's not going to be sustainable. So, these people should have expected this. That's why I never get upset when these social media companies change their rules, because I know that I'm using their platform for free to get my message out. So I have to just roll with the punches. I wish more people would understand that. Let me see if anything's happening on Facebook. Haven't looked over there in a little while. No, it looks like we are good. Okay. I think that's it. I think that is it. Okay, that's it for that article. Now, the next one here. Get your questions in, folks, because once I get through this, I'm going to go off the air here. Let me turn off the chat here real quick so you can see the entire title. OnlyFans is reportedly in talks to raise new funding at a valuation above $1 billion as it plots a move away from adult content to become more mainstream. Are they going to try to compete with YouTube? I believe they're based in New Zealand. Let me check this out real quick. I'm not going to show this on the screen. Yeah, they're based in London, England, where I'm sure, their laws are a little bit different, a little more lax than they are here in the U.S. So that's probably a great place to base a site like this. So this was written on June 17th, 2021. So we're looking at 10 days ago. So this is very, very recent. Let me turn on the chat again. And let's get to it. Adult entertainment site OnlyFans is reportedly in talks to raise new funding at a valuation of more than $1 billion. Sources familiar with the matter told Bloomberg on Wednesday. Interesting. I see why the ladies are mad now, because instead of the ladies making, tons of money on the platform, now the platform itself is going to start making some money. I don't think OnlyFans charged anyone to use the platform. I believe it was completely advertiser-based. The online platform, which charges users a subscription to view pictures and videos of celebrities, influencers, and adult film stars. Okay, so it charges a subscription. So they pay a subscription, but I believe the way that these women make their money more so are through donations, Cash App and PayPal and all that. So, okay, so they do have a subscription, but that's still not taking into account the tips these women are receiving, which the platform gets nothing out of that. That's why when YouTube put in the super chat, and now they're taking 30% of that, YouTube and Google, that was a brilliant move. YouTube and Google make tons of money off the super chat, and a lot of people use the super chat because they want to be recognized on the YouTube in the YouTube live streams, and it's also an anonymous way to donate. What do you call it? PayPal. It shows your billing information. Now, Cash App is another way. That's an anonymous way to donate as well. But a lot of people like the super chat because it's anonymous, and you also have a highlighted message showing you off in the chat. So the online platform, which charges users a subscription to view pictures and videos of celebrities, influencers, and adult film stars, was teaming up with an advisor to bolster interest from investors, one of the sources told Bloomberg. The source wanted to remain anonymous because the talks were private. Okay, well, they're now public. Interesting. The source also said the advisor was helping OnlyFans become a more mainstream online media site, and that it hoped to move away from its reputation for adult content. I think they're moving away from it because they're seeing it as more profitable for the creators than the platform. That's the only reason why they'd stray away from it, right? I can't blame them. These women are making tons of tips. They're making a lot more money than any subscription that is being charged to view that content. OnlyFans wants to turn into a platform where celebrities and athletes can connect with fans, according to the sources. So they want to become the next YouTube competitor, because I don't think anyone will ever be able to overtake YouTube as long as Google's running it. But this might be a great alternative if they go that route. It looks like they're going that route. OnlyFans boomed during the pandemic. The number of users jumped to 120 million from 20 million before the coronavirus struck, and users spent $2.4 billion on the site in 2020. Well, let me tell you something. That's what you guys make in a month. In a year, I mean. That's what you guys make in a year. YouTube makes more than that in a month. If I want to look this up real quick. YouTube annual revenue. $2020. So in 2020, YouTube made $19.7 billion. Now, think of it this way. Back in 2017, they made $8.1 billion. In 2018, they made $11.1 billion. In 2019, $15.1 billion. In 2020, $19.7 billion. Now, did the pandemic have something to do with that? Probably, but YouTube was all on its way there. I bet you they'll make well over $20 billion in 2021. So, when you're looking at $20 billion, which is what basically YouTube made last year, and OnlyFans made 2.4, they're like, ooh, wow, we got to do something here. There's a lot more money to be made. We're not running our business in a way that's most profitable for us, right? People joined the website as a way to earn money after losing their jobs in COVID-19 layoffs. Well, yeah, that was part of it. The other part was women already on there because they made that their job because they saw it as an easy way to make money. It's a very easy way to extract money from the Betaman, 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 Betaman. Athletes are a creator genre we're seeing a lot of growth in. OnlyFans founder and CEO Tim Stokely said in the press release June 5th when Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. joined their site. Okay, interesting. The subscription website also aims to pull in more advertisers as it goes more mainstream, the sources said. A representative for OnlyFans declined to comment to Bloomberg. And that is that. All right, let me go back to full screen here and give my final statement here before I go off the air. Yeah, I've never really been too fond of OnlyFans. I've never really been too fond of men or women, selling their bodies on the internet for money, video, or pictures. As I was growing up, did I ever watch pornography? Sure. I was young once and I was curious, but as I got older, it didn't really faze me because I've always been the kind of guy that is confident within myself and I want to have a real relationship with a woman. I don't feel seeing goods on the internet through a computer screen or smartphone, is going to do anything for me. Now, sure, some guys can have fun with that, and some girls can have fun with that too. But for me, there's nothing better than being with a woman in person and being able to smell her and touch her and hold her and spend time with her, right? And a lot of these sites have enabled behaviors, and I'm just going to speak on, the female aspect. A lot of these sites have, enabled women to, find easy ways to make money, which that's not even really the problem. The problem is it affects their life completely. It affects their life. If they're dating someone, I'm sure there's no guy that's going to be thrilled about having his woman show off her goods on the internet, right? And if she's single and wants to find someone, as long as she's doing that, it's going to be hard to find a guy that's going to accept that. Any guy that accepts that is going to be a beta man, and you know how that's going to go, right? So I think this is going to be a wake-up call to the point of where a lot of these women are going to realize that they're going to have far fewer options to make money in this way. And they're going to have to go out there and, get a different job, or like I like to call it, a real job. The thing is, even if these women wanted to stop doing this and find a good man to be with and get a job in the real world, that job, there will never be any other job that pays as much as this type of work. These women get used to the money. And I honestly feel it's not even about these women really wanting to show off their goods. It's the fact that they're making tons of money in a very easy way, right? And so, if you have to stop doing this and then go get a job in the real world that requires you to work 40 hours a week minimum and make 1/10 of what you're making working only 5 to 10 hours a week. I mean, think about it. When you get used to making that amount of money and not really working that much, like, it's hard to, ever do anything besides this. So I think this has really hurt us more than helped us, especially in a world where, women already have a ton of options nowadays, more so than men. They really do. Women have a lot more options, and they still complain that they don't have certain things that men have. No, ladies, you've got everything and then some, right? Everything is flipped, right? So this is just one thing, in my opinion, that makes a statement, and it's going to be interesting to see what a lot of these men and women do. But I'm primarily more so focusing this towards women, because for many women, this has become their full-time job, making them loads of money that they wouldn't come anywhere near making anywhere else. And that's why they're frustrated. So that's why they're frustrated, I mean. So it'll be interesting to see, where this goes. But anyway, folks, we are at 1 hour and 26 minutes. That's going to wrap it up for this show. I'm probably going to go take a little bit of a nap and come back, and who knows, maybe I'll do a walking stream later today. I really want to start creating some pre-recorded content. That's probably going to start coming this week. And I haven't been hiking in a little while, so when I get back on the hiking trails, I also want to get some footage out there. I'm going to bring my new camera that I use to run my live streams now, my Sony a6400, which has a 24 megapixel digital camera, and it can shoot video at 4K, 30 frames per second, or 1080p at 60. I'm going to bring you folks some amazing content coming very soon, so please subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, share this, with as many people as possible. Folks, I really want to help as many people as possible get the best possible grips on your lives, so that way you can all accomplish whatever it is that your hearts desire. With that being said, have yourselves a good one. I'll see you all later. Take care. Bye. Bye.